Hello and welcome to our team. We are excited to have you on board and are looking forward to your success here with our organization. Now, before we have you start in your department, we would like to make sure you have the proper training and provide you with the tools you will need to be successful in your position. I will be guiding you through different trainings covering our policies and procedures, our operations, and our expectations. Our first training module will be applying as an applicant online. Now let's get started. We will first direct the applicant to our website at fullsteamstaffing.com. Click on Job Seekers, go to Apply Now, click I need to register, select the branch and the entity that they will be applying for. Next, the username and password. Make sure that they actually choose something that's very simple to remember, as they will be needing it to log back in multiple times into the system. We don't want them forgetting. They will be adding their first name, last name, social security. Also, please note that the system does have the ability to pick up any invalid social security number and will not allow the employee to continue the process if it suggests that it is invalid. We will then go to begin application. Once the applicant has registered with their personal information, we can go ahead and click Get Started. It'll prompt them to the Equal Opportunity Employer page. They need to read this portion here, click Save and Continue. They will then need to acknowledge that they did read and understand this document. It's an electronic signature. Go ahead and click Save and Continue. In the basic info screen, all we're going to need to complete is anything that has an asterisk next to it. Anything else we don't need to complete. Go ahead and click Save and Continue. The pre-screen questionnaire, 3 basic questions. If the employee chooses not to respond to one or the other, unfortunately, we would not be able to move forward with this applicant, and you can go ahead and inform him. And if not, if they go ahead and complete the questionnaire, then all they would need to do is click Save and Continue. The availability screen. Here we will find out if the employee is available full-time, part-time, can work overtime, what's the pay rate that they're looking for, what days are they available. Now, there's something tricky to this pay rate field. They must only enter a number. They can't enter any symbols. If not, it won't accept the dollar amount. Let's click Save and Continue. Education history is not a required field. If they have it, great. If they don't, they can just move on. Go ahead and click Save and Continue. Additional qualifications, any certifications they've received from a trade school, any military training background, they can go ahead and list in this screen. Then we will go ahead and click Save and Continue. Work history. This is a mandatory field. If the applicant does not have any previous experience, that's okay. All they have to do is jot down no experience, never worked. If they've done any voluntary experience, they can jot that down. Go ahead and click Save and Continue on the right-hand side. If they do have the experience and they have more than one, they can click Add Work History here, and it will pop up with a clear screen. They can add all the information needed. Click Save and Continue. The skills section. Now here they have the ability to select different categories. You know, if this employee has had forklift experience, general office experience, pallet jack, are they bilingual? So have them click both experience and language, click Save and Continue. Here is where they will list how much experience they have, a year, 2 years, 6 months, 2 months. Make sure that they're thorough. When you sit back down with them as you're meeting with them, you go through all of these fields. Click Save and Continue. References. We like to have references because we want to be able to check in and find out what is this applicant all about, whether it's, you know, previous employers, a friend. We want to know who we're putting out and who we are opening our doors to. Okay, so now we are going to click Save and Continue. If they have more than 3 references, great, add reference, click Save and Continue. Contact information. Let's make sure that this emergency contact field is completed. There's times where employees, we're not able to get a hold of them. An emergency contact is always great to have if we need to relay a message. Any secondary number, if in case that original number was disconnected for some reason. So it's good to have all this information. Click Save and Continue. Now, the application certification page. This page is certifying that all the information they've entered thus far is correct and accurate. They can either type in their initials, lowercase or uppercase. We want to make sure that they do match, because if not, it won't allow them to move forward. Additional information. Here's where we find out how the employee heard about us. This is a great recruiting tool for us on the service side. If this way we have the ability to evaluate where are we drawing our traffic from, through newspaper ads, client referrals, employee referrals. How is it that we are getting known out there? So once they've selected an option, click Save and Continue. The last part to phase 1 is our insight. Applicants must click on the click here to survey. It will prompt them to the following page, followed by 44 questions. Now, when the employee gets to this phase, let the employee know. Take your time. Read the questions carefully. Don't just rush through the survey. Once they've completed this, they are prompted to the last page, which is the step review page. They have the ability to go back to their application, review all of their information, signatures, make sure everything is accurate before they submit. Once they've done so, they can go ahead and click Submit, and they're all done. And this is the end of phase 1. It will thank them for applying and inform them that a recruiter will go ahead and reach out to them once they've cleared the first part of the process. Now, for the recruiter side, follow me and we are going to do our second training. Thanks.